If you clicked on this video, you love sauce. And I don't know about you, but like, I'm not trying to have portion control with my sauces. I'm trying to lather it on there. I want a lot of sauce and it's just not a little. And that's why I took it upon myself to make the best low calorie, high protein sauces on the internet. And today I'm showing you 8 of my favorite low calorie, high protein sauces that are delicious. I eat them on a daily basis. I lather them all over my food. And it actually helps me hit my protein, and they're like 20 to 30 calories per serving. They're incredible. Because these recipes hit different when you know the guy that's giving them to you is in shape. I'm not trying to be the bald barber or the fat doctor. I practice what I preach. I mean, I'm kind of little right now. I've been doing a lot more cardio than lifting. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the first recipe. It's gonna be, I think, pizza rolls, but made into taco rolls with a creamy Taco Bell sauce. Incredible. Let's get into it. If you're like me, you grew up eating pizza rolls, and I've already made a pizza roll recipe similar to this, so make sure to check that out. Today we're giving it a remix. We're making taco rolls, 72 calories, 8 grams of protein, 3 times the size of a normal pizza roll. So first we're gonna make our low-cal creamy Taco Bell sauce, only 17 calories per 2 tablespoons, insane. So now we have our sauce, let's make our taco filling. So first you're gonna brown up your 964 lean ground beef. Make sure to brown up both sides before chopping up into small pieces. Then add your taco seasoning, mix that in, add your chicken broth, Mexican cheese, Laughing Cow cheese wedges, add a tiny bit more chicken broth to make sure it doesn't dry out. Now you're gonna slice your flatbread of choice into 4s. Now you're gonna lay one flat. Watch this whole process how I fold into these tight little pockets. The most important part of the folding is the top and bottom fold. Make sure there's no filling that's in that spot, so then you can really press down and fold it tightly so these don't fly open. Carefully press down to seal. Repeat for all 18. Now you're gonna add half your batch to your air fryer. Air fry on 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 to 4 minutes. Then once done, it's time to enjoy, my friends. Think pizza rolls, but taco rolls, and they're huge. Only 70 calories. So you might be wondering, Zach, that recipe went by super fast. It's by design. I have a lot to share with you guys today, and I value you guys' time. I don't want this video to be extremely long. I got a bunch of pro tips I want to share after every single recipe, so you can't bulk up the recipe. But also made something super sick for you guys. It's 100% free. First link in the description below. It's all these recipes in one book, all in one place. We got macros, we got a beautiful picture, we got ingredients, we got directions. And with each recipe, you get all of these pro tips. Make sure there's 0 chance you don't absolutely nail the recipe, because what's the point of these recipes if you don't nail them? I want you to have a 100% success rate. So this book has it. I'm also gonna share a few pro tips after each one of these recipes. So for the taco rolls, the first pro tip is gonna be, don't knock the Greek yogurt cottage cheese base for this recipe. What I like to see it as a template. When you blend the cottage cheese and the Greek yogurt together, it creates this velvety, beautiful sauce texture. The Greek yogurt's more tangy. The cottage cheese has like a mozzarella, but like a faint cheese taste. But when you blend it, it's super velvety. And then also whenever you add the sauce, the 113 grams of sauce, that is your flavor customization along with the seasoning, the 8 grams of seasoning. And I want you to see this as like a template. You have the base of the Greek yogurt and the cottage cheese, then you add the sauce customization, then you add the seasoning customization. Literally 17 calories per 32 gram, 2 tablespoon serving. So another pro tip with the sauces is they last about 4 to 5 days in the fridge. I literally have some right now. Let me grab it. So this is the Taco Bell sauce. This is the buffalo sauce. I literally put them in these deli containers, and then I just take a spoon and I go on top of my food, or however I want to do it. I usually have 2 different types of sauces in the fridge, and I just rotate them, and you're gonna see a bunch of those in this video. So that's enough for the taco rolls. So let's get into the next recipe. We're going to egg roll in a bowl ramen. Today I'm showing you how to make this egg roll in a bowl ramen. Only 522 calories, 41 grams of protein. It's amazing for meal prep. Each serving is so much food. So first you're gonna add 200 grams of sweet onion. Cook till the onion starts to soften and brown. Now you're gonna add your shredded carrot. Now add your 1 pound of 964 lean ground beef. With this, mostly just brown each side. Now add your chicken broth, minced garlic, minced ginger. Now add 500 grams of coleslaw mix. Add a cover on top to soften the cabbage. Then add soy sauce, rice vinegar, sesame oil, sea salt, black pepper. Saute till you start to see some charring. Should look insane. You can eat it just like this. Now add your 2 blocks of cooked ramen. Mix it all together. Now we're gonna make this low-cal bang bang sauce. Add your Greek yogurt, honey, sriracha, rice vinegar. Mix till smooth. So simple. Enjoy, my friends. Guys, we have egg roll in a bowl ramen. Only 522 calories, 41 grams of protein. This is incredible. So first pro tip for this is make sure your ramen is cooked slightly undercooked. So you want it a little more firm than normal, not al dente, because you're gonna add it to hot stir fry mix and then mix it all together, and then it's gonna cook a little bit more. So make sure it's undercooked. You don't want overcooked soggy ramen. That's nasty. And then my second pro tip for any of the sauces that you're gonna have now and then in the future, the longer you let them sit, the more the flavors infuse together. So I recommend for all of these recipes, make your sauce first, then let it sit for at least 30 minutes to let the flavors kind of mend together. And like the next 24 to 48 hours, they just get better and better and better. So next up we have Big Mac Chalupas with a low-cal Big Mac sauce, only 19 calories per 2 tablespoons. Let's get into it. Today I'm showing you how to make these Big Mac Chalupas that are only only 270 calories, 36 grams of protein. They're such a flavor bomb, so easy to make. So let's first get into this low-calorie Big Mac sauce. It's only 17 calories per 2 tablespoons. It's a game changer. And now you have low-calorie Big Mac sauce for the whole week. Next, you're gonna preheat your pan on a 7 out of 10 heat, and you're gonna add your 4-ounce 964 burgers to your pan. You're gonna season with sea salt, garlic powder, and a little bit of yellow mustard. Trust me. Now, once seared on both sides, you're gonna chop them up. Then you're gonna add your Colby Jack cheese. Now add your low-calorie Big Mac sauce to each pita. Add your cheesy ground beef. Fold. Spray each side with nonstick cooking spray. Add to the air fryer on 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 3 minutes. Should be nice and golden and cheesy goodness. Now you're gonna add your toppings, plate it up, and then it's time to enjoy, my friends. Oh. Big Mac Chalupas. Yo, crazy. Oh, damn. 964 lean ground beef, I kind of want to cover some pro tips with that because it gets a bad rap for being so lean and people not cooking it right and then it comes out dry. A few things here to do with 964 lean ground beef to have burgers that taste amazing. You want to make your patties nice and even, and you want to shape them to whatever shape you want before you actually cook, because if you start cooking them and then you need to press them while cooking, especially once they've cooked a little bit, you start pushing out juices. You never want to press your burger down, especially once it's been cooking for a little bit, because you're going to now dry out. All the juices from the inside are now going to be out. So number 2, we want to season our ground beef while cooking, not before cooking. Because if you season before and it's within the middle of the burger, it's gonna pull out way too many juices outside of the burger, and now we have a dry burger. And then number 3, let a nice crust on each side of the burger get solidified before you start doing anything with the burger. So be patient on one side of the burger, let the browning start to come up the sides, then you flip, and then you let it sit on the other side. And then once you wanna start melting your cheese, that comes to the next tip. You're gonna add your chicken broth or your beef broth, and you're gonna add that to the pan, and then you add a cover on top to melt the cheese, but then also brings a lot more moisture back to the burger. Lastly, and the most controversial, is the yellow mustard. Trust me, when you add a little bit of yellow mustard, it helps with a nice little crust whenever you flip, but then also it holds a lot more moisture inside the burger. Oh, and then also another pro tip is let your burgers rest for a few minutes, so then the juices within the burger start to evenly distribute a little bit more, and then it'll hold the juices a lot more. So that's my little pro tip with 964 lean ground beef. I probably missed a little bit, but that was a lot right there. Hope you took a lot of value from that. Let's get into the next recipe. We're making roasted red pepper pasta salad. Let's get into it. This roasted red pepper pasta salad is amazing for meal prep. 4 big servings for 460 calories and 46 grams of protein. So first we're gonna roast our red peppers. I love to use my air fryer. Now it's time to make the roasted red pepper sauce. Add those roasted red peppers, fat-free feta, 2% cottage cheese, minced garlic, honey, nutritional yeast, sea salt, black pepper, and red pepper flakes. You're gonna blend this till smooth. Now it's time to build the salad. You're gonna add your romaine, cooked pasta, cooked chicken breast, yellow bell pepper, orange bell pepper, grape tomatoes, your roasted red pepper sauce. Toss the salad. Remember, this makes 4 big meal prep servings. Enjoy, my friends. Roasted red pepper pasta salad. Unreal. Your new favorite meal prep. So this dressing can be used as a sauce and vice versa. It's used as a pasta salad dressing here. You can set whatever type of pasta you want. I do like the fusilli, or however the hell you pronounce it, just because of the spiral aspect of it. It gets a nice little even distribution of the dressing that you use. I just really like it for pasta salad. And this is just regular pasta, nothing special, not a high protein version. So if you want to up the protein, you can by using a different pasta. And if you're planning to make this for meal prep, make sure to keep the sauce on the side. That's just gonna make sure all the ingredients stay nice and crisp. Cool little pro tip is just roasting your vegetables in the air fryer. I mean, as you can see in this video, I did it with the roasted red pepper. Yeah, it's a cheat code. I love to do that. So next up, we have a spring roll salad with a Thai peanut dressing. Such a versatile dressing sauce. Let me show you how to make it. Having big ass salads in your arsenal just make fat loss so much easier. This spring roll salad with the low-cal Thai peanut dressing, game changer. Such a unique flavor bomb. So first, we're gonna make that Thai peanut dressing. You're gonna make a super thick peanut butter consistency. Then you're gonna add your soy sauce and rice vinegar, mix till you get that thick consistency. Set that to the side. Now you're gonna cook your shrimp on a 6 out of 10 heat, about 2 to 3 minutes each side. They cook fast. Now it's time to build your salad. You're gonna go romaine, red cabbage, carrots, cucumber, red pepper, jalapeno, cilantro, green onion, minced garlic, minced ginger. Add that Thai peanut dressing, toss the salad. Now you're gonna add your shrimp, toss the salad some more. Should be looking nice. This recipe makes 3 big salads, only 373 calories with over 50 grams of protein. Enjoy, my friends. The spring roll salad. Whole salad's only 400 calories. That low-cal Thai peanut dressing. There's just nothing like a big ass salad. Let's go. All right, so 2 pro tips. Number 1, shrimp cook really, really fast. So just keep that in mind whenever you're making these, like 2 to 3 minutes each side. Yeah, we just don't want rubbery shrimp. And number 2, powdered peanut butter gets a bad rap, and I mean, it should, but then it's also a great ingredient. But yeah, it just kind of tastes bleh. It doesn't have much personality all by itself, but that's why we dressed it up with the soy sauce, the rice vinegar, the sweetener in this recipe. And then now we have this Thai peanut dressing that is only 45 calories per serving. You're not gonna get the richness of a peanut butter, but then also you're not gonna get the richness of calories that a peanut butter gives you. And so let's get into the buffalo chicken pizza.
Today I'm showing you how to make a buffalo chicken pizza for only 863 calories. For context, if you got this from Domino's, it'd be 3,000 calories with less protein. So first we're gonna make our buffalo chicken. You're gonna take your chicken breasts, you're gonna pat them dry, and you're gonna flatten them. Season each side with 1/3 of a packet of ranch dip seasoning. Air fry these on 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 9-10 minutes. Now we're gonna make our buffalo chicken sauce. You're gonna add all your ingredients into your blender, blend till smooth. And now you're gonna combine your diced chicken and buffalo sauce. Now we're gonna make the easiest piece of crust you've ever made in your entire life, and the most macro friendly. You're gonna add all your dry ingredients into your bowl, mix to avoid clumping, then add your wet ingredients in there and mix till you get a thick paste-like consistency. Trust the process. This might sound weird, but this is the most practical dough you've ever used. Bake your crust on 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes to look nice and golden. Peel off the parchment, add leftover buffalo sauce, pizza sauce, mix together 1/4 of your buffalo chicken, parts of mozzarella, drizzle of the buffalo sauce, red onion, make that garlic crust, add back to the oven until the toppings are golden, add your green onion, Bolthouse Farms brand, and then it's time to enjoy, my friends.
Buffalo chicken pizza, guys. Oh, look at that. Oh, baby. With the buffalo chicken pizza, I could go on and on about the crust and all the aspects of it and how to make the perfect pizza crust with this FDL pizza crust. It's one of my most famous recipes of all time. Thousands and thousands of you have made this recipe. I have a full video, I'll link it in the description below. It's 25 of my best pizza recipes, and then it also has a free recipe book with 25 recipes in there with all the pro tips on how to make the crust great. So make sure to go check that one out. And then number 2 for the buffalo sauce, buffalo chicken dip. If you want to just make this sauce, I would add the 8 grams of ranch seasoning with the sauce. Instead of it being the Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, and buffalo sauce, I would add that ranch seasoning in there because the ranch was added to the chicken, so then the ranch eventually got into the buffalo chicken sauce, dip, whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you're gonna use this just for a sauce, which I use 3 to 4 times a week, I would just do that. So now we're gonna get into the usual massive caloric bomb, which is a chicken Caesar salad. Literally, like, oh, I'm eating healthy, I'm gonna have chicken Caesar salad, but yeah, caloric bomb. But I flipped the macros on its head. The Caesar salad only has 456 calories, 66 grams of protein, and the Caesar dressing only has 29 calories per 2 tablespoons. So good, let's get into it.
The first time you ever make a chicken Caesar salad at home and you try and make the dressing from scratch, you realize there's anchovies in it. So I'm showing you guys how to make a Caesar dressing for only 29 calories with no anchovies, but also a delicious massive salad. Let's get into it. So at this point, we've already marinated our chicken. Now we're gonna air fry on 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. You want 165 degree Fahrenheit internal temperature. Now we're gonna make our 29 cal Caesar dressing. You're gonna add your Greek yogurt, olive oil, Worcestershire sauce, Dijon mustard, juice of 1/2 lemon, 3 cloves minced garlic, Parmesan, and a big pinch of kosher salt. I like to add a little bit of water to thin it out a bit, make it more like a dressing instead of like a super thick sauce, but that's up to you. Now it's time to build a salad. We're gonna add our romaine, our peppers, baby cucumbers, grape tomatoes, our honey lemon basil chicken, Caesar dressing. We're gonna toss that salad. 1/3 of the recipe is for 1 big serving, only 456 calories. Enjoy, my friends.
Look at my head, I got a big head. This is a big salad right here. The Caesar dressing has no anchovies. Ooh. This is a real deal. You want a Caesar salad that's not gonna blow your macros? So I can already hear the comment, Zach, but Worcestershire sauce has anchovies in it. It's like, yeah, I get that, but I'm not trying to have anchovy paste or anchovies just sitting at my house, smelling up my cabinets, smelling up my refrigerator. I don't ever use anchovies other than if I were to make a chicken Caesar salad. I'd rather have the Worcestershire sauce. I'd rather have that than the anchovy paste, anchovies that I'll use for one recipe. I use it for a lot of other things instead of just this, and it lasts a long time. Another pro tip is just make sure when you're cooking your chicken breast, flatten those things. I use my fist just because I'm practical. I don't feel like I don't feel like having unnecessary tools when I got a tool right here. How you choose to beat your meat, it's up to you in your own kitchen. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to hear about it. Just make sure you flatten your chicken breasts. Just make sure they cook evenly because you don't want to have a big lumpy part, thick part, thin part. You might have undercooked, overcooked, but we want perfectly cooked. That also brings up another tip. Use a food thermometer for your chicken breast. Game changer. 155 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. That's when you take it off, let it rest. It'll get up to that 165 degree temperature as it's resting, and it'll be perfect, literally perfect. You don't want to be eating undercooked chicken breast. That just gives me the heebie-jeebies. So last but not least, crispy chicken tenders with this low-cal garlic Parmesan sauce. This sauce takes a little bit of extra TLC, but it is one of my favorites of all time. I think you're gonna absolutely love it. Let's get into it.
Today I'm gonna show you how to make these crispy chicken tenders with the garlic Parmesan sauce that is super low calorie, high protein. It's the MVP. So first we're gonna start with roasting some garlic. And while those in the oven, we're gonna coat our chicken tenders. So we're gonna have 3 stations here: our flour station, our buffalo egg white station, and our panko station. And we're gonna use the left hand, right hand technique to keep our hands from becoming a clumpy mess. Repeat for all your chicken tenders. Spray both sides with nonstick cooking spray and air fry on 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 9 minutes. Should be nice and crispy when done. Now we're gonna make our low cal garlic Parmesan sauce. Only 212 calories with 17 grams of protein for the whole batch. Super simple. You're just gonna add all your ingredients into your bowl and you're gonna mix till smooth. You can blend this also if you want it super duper smooth. I just like the texture. And then once done, pair it with your chicken tenders and enjoy, my friends.
Crispy chicken tenders, guys. Just low-cal garlic Parmesan sauce. Oh my gosh. Sauce. Pro tips with the chicken tenders first: left hand, right hand technique. Make sure your hands don't become a clumpy mess. That's like one of my best pro tips of all time. It's so annoying coating and making chicken tenders or chicken nuggets or whatever we're coating whenever your hands just become a clumpy mess. Then you have to wash them like 5 times while you're actually doing the recipe. And yeah, this just saves you a lot of headache. It makes making the chicken tender so much easier. And then number 2, most intensive part, just time-wise, of this sauce recipe is the roasted garlic, but the flavor it gives to this sauce whenever you roast your garlic. I highly recommend like doing that for a lot of these recipes if you want to add garlic to it. The roasting aspect is so good. It just adds a depth of flavor, and this makes these sauces even more indulgent. So I just highly recommend, if you've never roasted garlic, do it. Give it a try and you'll be blown away. And that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to get your free recipe book, first link in the description below. I want you to make these recipes. That's why I make these books. That's why I make these videos. Learning how to cook this way just puts our diets on easy mode. Remember, first link in the description below. Check it out. Go get it. It takes less than 10 seconds to get. There's 92 pro tips in here to make sure you absolutely nail every recipe. This recipe video is gonna be part 1 of a 2-part series. So we have 8 sauces and recipes in this video. I think a week or 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna drop part 2, which is gonna be 8 more sauces, recipes, and that video. And then what I'm gonna do, if you get this book in this video, I'm gonna send you the updated version of this with all 16 recipes in one book. It's just gonna go right to your inbox. You don't have to do anything. Yeah, I mean, these books take a lot of time to make. The design is very custom and all that stuff. But like, I want my free shit to be better than people's paid shit. And yeah, I just wanna make a positive ripple on this macro-friendly world that we're creating together. So all I ask is a free way to support the channel is give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments below which of these recipes you are going to make. And then let me know in the comments below what other recipes you've made of mine, because I think that's really cool. I want the comments to be super valuable so everybody can look through and be like, oh, they made this and they loved it. They made this and they loved it. So then people can go through and be like, oh, I should make this because I have confidence to make it because this other person made it. So in this world of like AI and all this stuff going on, it's hard to tell what's real and what's not. But a real comment is really all we have, is a real human saying, I made this and this is what I thought about. And I would love for my comment section to be a bunch of you guys letting each other know which recipes you've made of mine to give everybody confidence to make their first recipe, maybe their 5th recipe, their 10th recipe, etc. Before you go, check out my last video, which is 8 of my favorite air fryer recipes you should make right now. There's a lot of cool, innovative things that I shared in that video. You guys have absolutely loved that video so far. I love you guys, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, red, dude, I'm blushing. I look like an anime character. Yeah.